my name's Caleb Nelson, and in 2018, my wife Emily and I decided to sell our Toyota FJ Cruiser that we lived out of for 10 months and traveled 45,000 miles across 44 states, and sell that and use that money to buy a school bus to convert into a tiny home that we could also travel out of with our son Milo, who was 1 at the time, and create content for people and also document our story, you know, do the whole like bus life YouTuber thing. And while some of that did happen, life had a different path for us. As we continued to document our build and put all that stuff on YouTube and share that story, people started reaching out because they were liking what we were doing. And I'm not gonna say no to any kind of job. So I was like, yeah, I'll help, let's do this. And then it went from one project to another project to slowly but surely turn it into a full builds, which now has unfolded into us having a school bus conversion shop in Wilmington, North Carolina. That's it. So I kind of want to take you guys from the beginning of where it all started and give you an actual tour of our school bus. So that's what we're doing. So our bus is 35-foot long, bumper to bumper. It's a 2005 International FE300. It's got a DT466E in it with an Allison centered transmission. It's got 198,000 miles on it right now. It goes 65 miles an hour, and we get about 7's pretty average miles per gallon. We've gotten up to 10 once, but I don't really know how that happened. So when we got our school bus, it was just a regular plain Jane school bus. It came out of Newark, New Jersey is where I picked it up at. You can actually see that video in the listing of the videos that I made. But it was a regular school bus, and as much as I love this scenario, I think we should go somewhere a little more bus life oriented. Let's go. This is a lot more like bus life. All right, let's get into it. So we'll start with the outside. I've got lights on every single corner and on the backs and the fronts. I think I have 6 on the front, 2 on the back, 3 on this side, 2 on the other side. So at nighttime, this whole thing is illuminated. I wanted to be able to see every bit around me at nighttime. Right here, we just have a 6-foot toolbox. I mounted up underneath. This is where we typically put a lot of our like cliche camping stuff. So lawn chairs, leveling blocks, firewood, axe, lighters. I did say it was 35 foot, but I did decide to do a 1-foot overhang in conjunction with the ladder as well. So technically speaking, from here to the front bumper, we're 36 feet. The cool part about 35 foot is you can actually fit in 2 parking spots front to back. We ended up putting a jerry can on the backside because we do have a generator underneath. So this little black box is actually our propane water heater. We've got a 20-pound propane bottle directly for it. So, and also doubles as our outdoor shower. We do have a spigot on the outside as well, so we hook up a garden hose off the kids, clean the cars, whatever we possibly need to do. So back here we have our garage, and this is where we put, I don't know, like your garage stuff. We've got all of our water pump, filters, 7-gallon water tank. We've also got all of our solar and electrical stuff, and we also have our laundry chutes, and then that gives us extra room to be able to store either our kids' strollers, the wagon. You can actually fit a full-size bicycle up in here as well. And even at one point, I had my kids' 12-volt little RC car, right, standing vertical. We took it to a car show. It was a great thing. So I'm gonna do a more detailed walkthrough later as far as like the technical details behind the bus, but the gist of it right now is we have 2,040 watts of solar, we have 600 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate, we have a 3,000 watt inverter, we have shore power, and yeah, everything we need to be fully comfortable off-grid for a long period of time. We did decide to add our condenser to the mini split on the outside. It's a 12,000 BTU unit, it's great. But from the floor to that, we're only at 11.3, so we're well beneath your typical RV camper height.
Is this like one of those like house buses?
Yeah,
yourself?
I did.
That is awesome.
Thanks, dude. You guys want to see?
Heck yeah, man. I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to. That's rude. I want to ask.
No, you're good. That happens all the time. If you ever want to feel like a rock star, convert a school bus and drive around, and people just love it every single time. But anyways, so like I said, we used to live in a Toyota FJ Cruiser, which is about 22 square feet. So within going from a house to an FJ, you have to utilize every possible square inch. So that being said, we ended up adding a 5-foot by 30-inch storage container, which allows us to put our generator underneath and a 17-gallon tote in conjunction with another 20-pound propane bottle. So then I decided to add an 8-foot, which holds another 17-gallon storage box, our 60-gallon gray water tank, another 20-pound propane bottle, and another 17-gallon storage box. So we have 40 pounds of propane on board, and then we also have 3 17-gallon storage boxes, and then a little bit extra space. So every so often I scroll across Facebook, and this time I found this bumper. It came off a semi. I figured why not put it on a school bus because it looks really cool. Gotta add 4 7-inch LED lights on collaboration with our 2 more spotlights. So at nighttime, this thing sees every bit of what you want to see. Last but not least for the outside, is our Dutch door. I think we might be the only school bus that has a Dutch door. It's double paned, it's got an inlay, it's got white oak trim, and it also has a residential latch. So we can lock this and the back door with the same key, just like you would a regular house. So like every nice house, great house, you have a catch-all. You have your entry table, and you've got a place to put your shoes. Next up, we have probably what is my favorite feature, if not one of my favorite features, and it's just this light. One thing you don't think about is ambient lighting or nighttime lighting. When you're in your house, you don't have all the lights on all the time. You have that like night light on or the side table light on. So you want to add one of those. That way when the kids are in the back sleeping, we don't have to have this bright light in the living room. So this really helps with that nighttime, get the kids in a system, let's watch a show, get ready for bed. Next up we have our couch, and it was probably one of the more difficult parts of the process in building and just trying to figure out the engineering behind it. We wanted something that if we're gonna be in here and it's a cold rainy day, and we don't want to be outside, that I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to sit and chill and have a slow Saturday morning and relax and do the things. We decided to do a lazy boy sectional. So now you can come in here, watch TV, and check up the views, and really chill out like you would in a regular house. Because if you're sitting on this side with the additional cushions, it's just a little more like proper, a little more formal, and that's not who we are. So our couch stays in this sectional format 90% of the time, but we still wanted to utilize this space as a multifunctional space. That being said, we can now turn this into a full-size bed. So we do slide up this, lift this up, bring up the other cushion, and then in the back bedroom, we have an additional section piece that we can lay here, and then this turns into a full-size guest bed. So our bus was originally supposed to take 3 months to build out, but thanks to my wife's attention to detail, love of interior design, and perfectionist, it took 2 years. But thankfully she did, because we ended up winning Best Bus at the United Tiny House Festival, and when everybody came in, they just loved how homey our bus felt. That's the word that everybody used. And it was a very humbling experience for me, because I thought they were excited about the craftsmanship that I was able to execute on. But no, they loved the knobs, these little inlays, and all those little details. But for me, it was problematic, because how do I utilize all this space and still make it a functional and then a very formal and pretty environment? And we kind of nailed it. So this is the wheel well. We ended up adding storage in this. Diesel heaters right here. And more storage here. So yeah, it took a while, but we figured it out. So this undoubtedly is my decision, and it is the least eye-appealing part of the bus. But this is a family's house. This is our house. This is our home. This is where we live life, watch movies, Saturday morning cartoons, late nights just chilling with the wife, and I wanted to mount a TV. So we're able to fit a 32-inch TV behind this wall. So every bit of what you see, I built. I built these cabinets, I ripped down the trim, I did the butcher block countertop, I did the shelf. Everything you see, I made. Except for this island. My wife bought it at Hobby Lobby. It's great. It's very functional. We might be one of the only school buses that also has a kitchen island. When we don't need it, we just run it over to the side. And now we have all this open floor space for our kids to run about and do the things. And it's great. I love that my wife decided to do that. So this kitchen is an upgrade for us. After living in the FJ, we kind of realized how much we cook and how we cook. And when we did that, we only used 2 burners. So we decided to just go with your conventional 2-burner propane stovetop. I like cookies and we like pizza, so we have this Ninja toaster oven that we use. It runs off the solar. It's worked out very, very well. All these little nooks and crannies were built specifically for plates and bowls. These are all deep, so we can put a full-size plate in there and our cups. All of this open shelving is great when we're parked because we have everything to our disposal. We can just grab it. Really utilizing the cubic footage of a space, especially in a tiny space. It's not just about the square feet. So one thing we learned is living tiny doesn't mean you have to sacrifice all the things. You just have to be a bit more thoughtful on how and what you're utilizing and the purpose of each thing. So right here is our bathroom. We have a door that we wanted to close off our bathroom because of the bathroom's sake. But it's twofold because then it opens up our vertical pantry. We have so much storage in here. I mean, I don't think we've really utilized this space. We can put like 15 cans up here. We can put like 7 boxes of cereal because I love cereal. All these extra things that my wife puts in her smoothies that I don't know what they are. This is a huge pantry for a bus and a family of 4, and I love it. Oh, and this door came out of an old house in Nashville from like 1920. That was pretty cool. So our bus is 35 foot long, so we're 5 feet shorter than most traditional buses. This is our bathroom. We have a wet bath, full tile, ceramic tile, custom shower pan. That is our second composting toilet. We used to have a Sunmar GTG, and this thing is a separate villa, and that is the Taj Mahal of composting toilets. I mean, that thing is hassle-free, worry-free, no smells, no dumping the urinator thing. Like, it's just go, don't even think about it, and like every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you just take out the bag, and it's great. So we have a Delta shower head. It flows at like 1.3 gallons per minute. We have 100 gallons of fresh water on board that runs to our 7-gallon electric hot water heater. So technically we have 107 gallons. So technically we can take up to about 10-minute long showers and be good to go. Our water supply usually lasts us, as far as like a family of 4, about a week and a half. People say 2 weeks. I feel like that's just a stretch. I think if you can bank off a week or a week and a half, then that's a safe number. So when we built our bus, we knew that we were going to be in it for 3 to 5 years. That was the goal. That was the max that we wanted to be in a school bus. When we did that, we were like, all right, the kids are going to only be so big. So we decided to opt in for toddler beds. We have Milo's bed and Ella Rose's toddler bed, and it's worked out great. Milo's 4 years old right now. He has no issue sleeping up here. That allowed us, with kids, to have a lot of clothes. Because when you have kids, you need twice as many t-shirts through the day because kids are kids. So we got a very large closet for Milo and Ella Rose. They actually have collectively 60 inches of closet space because each one of these is 30 inches. We also have places for Ella Rose's bows and shoes and socks. We also have another diesel heater up here. Storage on the top side, measuring board for our kids that we haven't done well enough. And it's just a cozy space for them. My wife is a girly girl, so she has girly girl things, so she has a lot of shoes and things. So we have a decent sized closet. It's not as big as the kids, but it does the job. She can hang her dresses. I think we had up to 18 pairs of shoes for her compared to my 6 pairs of shoes, which is a lot. I think 6 is a lot for a guy. But we had 18 pairs of shoes for her in the bus, stored the places. She was able to utilize them. So yeah, not bad for a bus. So my wife and I are married and we have kids. So with that being said, we wanted doors for our master bedroom because you want doors sometimes. So we added doors. So our bedroom is pretty much like what you see on everybody else's school bus. It's a queen size bed, goes side to side, so it's like a little bit longer. We also extended it a little bit so we have enough room to be able to stand up and put things underneath the bed and storage if we wanted to add some nightstands. So yeah, I mean, it does the job for us. We're able to close off these doors. And on the really hot days, we can make this thing ice cold. So one thing that makes our bedroom different than most school bus builds is we actually have a laundry chute. There's your basket back here. We can put this down, throw all of our clothes. They're out of sight, out of mind. Then when we need to go to the laundromat, we just open up the back door, grab the basket, and it makes life so much easier. So yeah, we have a laundry chute in our bus. Additionally, is we have a 12,000 BTU mini split unit that we can run off the solar. We're bringing in enough power to run this. We're also bringing in enough power to charge our batteries. But on your average day, we have no issues running this. We typically keep it around like 70. We have 600 amp hours of lithium ion that gets us pretty well throughout the night. So it is in the back bedroom, so getting to the front is kind of a trick, but usually between the front and the back, if we're running a fan, it's about a 5 to 10 degree difference between the front and the back. So that's our school bus tour. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below or shoot me an email. Link is in the description. For now, I'm just gonna hang out here and enjoy some bus life. We're not gonna be living this thing any longer. We have a lot of other things that are happening. We're gonna continue to do some bus conversions for people, so if you guys are interested, shoot me an email. And yeah, but for now, I'm gonna enjoy this view.